Hello, Instagram. It's Rosetta, and I am back with another installment episode, live stream of Rosetta in the Kitchen. I don't know what else to call it. Cooking with Rosetta. Let's call it that. Cooking with Rosetta. It is Sunday once again, and I am in the kitchen. I am making spaghetti today, and I'm not doing anything fancy because tomorrow I'm going to Morocco, so I am getting my home cooked meal in before I leave the country again for about a week and a half, and making spaghetti. And I have a topic I want to talk about and share with you, and that is, it's time to step it up. Time to step it up. Time to step it up in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your career. It's time to step it up. And of course, I got my 90s playlist in the background. We got Computer Love playing right now. So this topic has been on my mind a lot. Really thinking about how I can step it up in my own life, because we only have 4 months, pretty much 4 months left in the year. I'll turn my music down a little bit. So yeah, we have 4 months left in the year. And, you either step it up now, or you're going to be going into 2018 wishing that you had. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And if you want to tag your friends on this live stream on Instagram, you can tag them so they can come and join, or, share it so they can come and join. I actually don't know how to do that, but all you people who are good at Instagram, share it with your friends. Today's topic is step it up. So, as I'm talking, I'm just going to be cooking today. So I'm making spaghetti, and I am very simple with my spaghetti. I don't do this whole big homemade sauce. I use jar sauce, and I just doctor it up. Most of the things that I cook, I just doctor it up, unless it's like a long leisurely weekend and I want to make something for the holidays or something. But the way I doctor up my spaghetti sauce is, can you guys see? Fresh bell peppers and onions. So I'm going to put those in the pan. Smells so good. Okay. Everything is better with bell peppers and onions, so you can't go wrong there. So I would like to talk to you guys about stepping it up. And when it comes to stepping it up in your life, everyone has a different area that they need to step it up in. And for many of you, you started the year off slow. So if you started off 2017 slow, this is the time to step it up so you can finish the year strong. So if you started off slow, like maybe you thought you were going to come into 2017 and you're going to do all these things, you had all these plans, you had all these goals, but things didn't happen as fast as you wanted them to, or maybe you had a setback. Now is the time to step it up. Before we get into holiday season, before we get into, oh my gosh, September is gone, now October is here. After Halloween, you start to get into Thanksgiving, and then it's holiday season, and everyone wants to start slowing down. And now it is about stepping it up so that you can finish the year strong instead of slowing down because it's summer or whatever the reason is, and not finishing your goals that you had in store. So you can accomplish a lot over the next 4 months. And so one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to think about what it is that you would like to achieve between now and the end of 2017, and write it down while I get my spatula. All right, so think about what it is that you want to achieve between now and the end of the year. And maybe there are some things that you wanted to achieve in your career, in your business, in your relationships. Maybe you wanted to start dating again, but you never put up your online dating profile. You kept procrastinating. There are so many things that can happen between now and the end of 2017 that give you the time and the space to step it up. But first, you have to get back in touch with that goal. So what can happen as women is we get this feeling like we start beating ourselves up. we feel guilty because we didn't do as much as we wanted to do. But now is not the time to let guilt keep you from finishing the year feeling even worse than you did before. I want you to let go of any feelings of guilt. Stop beating yourself up about not being further along in 2017 by now, and truly give yourself permission to revisit that goal, to get recommitted to that goal. Because at any given time, you can start making progress in your life again by recommitting to that goal. And so, for me, it's always a recommitment throughout the year, because different things happen. Health-wise, family-wise, different things happen. And for me, it's always a recommitment. Every time you say you're going to do something in your life or in your business, there's a commitment that you have to make. And if you fell off, if you got behind, if you feel like you went very slow these first 8 months of the year, you've got to recommit yourself that, you know what, the next 4 months, count them 4, it's plenty of time. For the next 4 months, I am going to truly commit myself fully to this goal, because I don't want to carry this goal into 2018. I don't want to be saying in 2018, January, writing down the same goals that I had for January 2017. That's what's really going to make you feel bad. So, to avoid that, recommit yourself. So look at your goals that you had for the beginning of the year and ask yourself, what would you like to accomplish now? Which one of those goals would you like to recommit yourself to? Okay, so that's the first step to stepping it up, if you want to step it up in your life. And the second thing I'm going to talk about is really about your mindset. Of course, this is all about mindset. That's what I do. Mindset, every day, all day. So what kind of mindset do you have to have in order to begin taking action on those goals? Again, it's not going to happen if you keep beating yourself up. It's not going to happen if you continue to feel guilty about not doing things when you should have been doing them. Now is the time for you to get a different mindset. And that mindset is, here's a mindset and kind of a mantra. And that is, I can reach my goals faster than I ever thought possible. I can reach my goals faster than I ever thought possible. Because for so many of you, and I have clients who think that their goal is so far away. They think their goal is 5 years away, 3 years away, 2 years away, a year away, when really it could be just 4 months from now or less that you can accomplish your goal, especially some of the goals that you guys have in your businesses. Like, I have clients that I've been working with, they have a goal to launch their website. It doesn't take 4 months to put a website together. I can work with you and have that website done within, half an hour. So give yourself permission to accomplish your goal faster than you thought it was going to take. I wish you guys could smell this. I'm doing my peppers and onions for my spaghetti. It smells amazing. So for all you guys tuning in, you're tuning in to Cooking with Rosetta, where I cook dinner and I talk about a topic that is of interest to our Happy Black Woman tribe. And today it's about stepping it up. Where in your life do you need to step it up in terms of your goals so that you can end the year with power? So you can end the year being proud of yourself instead of feeling bad about yourself because another year went by that you didn't achieve your goals. So I want you guys to type in some of the goals that you want to recommit yourself to for the rest of the year. And I'm adding some sweet Italian sausage right now. This is all about comfort food today. I'm actually leaving to go to Morocco tomorrow, and I just want some homemade comfort food before I leave. And that's why I'm making spaghetti the way that my grandma, my granddad used to make it back when I was a little girl in Ohio. So what are the goals that you want to recommit yourself to? Write them down in your journal, type them out on Instagram. It's important that you identify what those goals are. I'm also adding some grass-fed ground beef. I do like meat, so for all my vegetarians, you can close your ears because I do like my meat. Actually, my body craves meat. I need a lot of iron, and red meat is good for that. I know greens are good too, but I think beef tastes better. Alright, so somebody said selling my online course. I love it. So if you've been procrastinating on selling your online course all year long, now is the time that you can step it up. And that's Moms That Hustle. Okay, SMR says starting my consultant business. Wonderful. You know, this is the time for you guys to start stepping it up, because with 4 months of the year left, you have plenty of time to launch it, to start selling whatever you want to sell. But if you wait another month or two, you get in the holiday season when people feel like, oh, well, nobody's listening during the holidays, which is not true. But if you've already been sabotaging yourself, you don't want to give yourself another month or two to change your mind. So the next step then would be to take inspired action. I'm going to wash my hands. All right, so once you identify the goal that you want to recommit yourself to, you want to take inspired action. And when I say inspired action, I mean that you want to begin acting as if you're going to accomplish that goal by the end of the year. Blended Black families is a lot of my goals that I set. Let's see, a lot of my goals that I set in October at the event. Oh yeah, you're at our October event last year. But my latest goal is to have a paying client or book a speaking engagement by October. Wonderful. I love that. So that's what I mean by giving yourself permission to have your goal take less time than you think it's going to take. It doesn't take 4 months to get a speaking client. Your results really depend on how willing you are to take inspired action. So you are going to have to look at where are the goals that I've been slow on, where are the goals I've been procrastinating on, and where can I step it up? And I'm going to tell you how I'm stepping it up in my own life and business. So this year, earlier this year, I said that I've been not traveling as much as I wanted to travel. And so this year, that's why I've been traveling so much. We've gone a lot of places. New York, New Orleans. We've been to, oh my gosh, Hawaii, Paris. I went all over Europe for the summer. I went to London and Florence, Venice. Went to different parts of Italy. We went to Rome. It was wonderful. But that only came about because I said it's time for me to step it up in terms of my travel goals. And I'm just cooking spaghetti today. That's what you hear in the background. And it smells so good. So yes, I decided to step up with my travel, and so I ended up traveling a lot more this year than I have probably in the past year and a half. Because I set that intention and that recommitment for myself. And now for my business, one of the things that I want to do to step it up is to communicate with my audience more. So definitely want to do more live streams and send out more emails to my tribe. We have 50,000 people on our email list, and a lot of people get my emails and they enjoy them. And the more I can send them out from my heart, giving insight, information, resources, strategies, the more people that I'll be able to help. And so that's how I'm stepping things up in my business, is communicating more. And for many of you who are in business, which a lot of women in business follow me, that is one big way that you can start stepping it up in your business. Putting yourself out there more. When you put yourself out there, people can find you. And many of you have been hiding. This whole year you've been hiding in many different ways. Not being willing to put yourself out there on your blog, on your website, on social media, at networking events. You've been hiding from people, and you've been hiding from your potential clients, but you've also been hiding from your success. So that's what can happen if you let it, is that you end up hiding from your success. And so that's what today's topic is all about, stepping it up. How can you step it up so that you can end the year with power? How can you step it up in your life, in your business, in your career, so that these last 4 months of the year, have you ending up strong? Even though you may have started off the year slow, or you may have started off procrastinating, and you haven't achieved the things you wanted to achieve in the time frame that you wanted to achieve, it doesn't mean that you still can't make progress. It doesn't mean that you still can't be successful at your goals for this year. The thing is, I don't want you to have the same goals that you're writing down for January 2018. I want you to, do your best to make progress on them before the year is over. And a lot can happen in the next 4 months. The flip side is a lot cannot happen in the next 4 months. So you could have the mindset that, okay, most of the year is already gone, 8 months of the year is already gone, I'll just, wait until next year or whatever. Or you can say to yourself, I still have 4 months left, there's a lot that I can do. And what I want to do is possible. So that's a different mindset that you can have. So everybody watching, welcome to Cooking with Rosetta. We're talking about how you can step it up in your life and in your business before the end of the year. And I'm cooking an amazing Sunday dinner. I'm making spaghetti. Not fancy spaghetti, just doctored up spaghetti with beef and Italian sausage and peppers and onions, Barilla, store-bought sauce. I just doctor it up, nothing fancy, something easy but delicious. So that is the mindset that I want you to have. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about today as it relates to stepping it up, maybe I can bring this closer. Oh, there we go. The other thing I want to talk about as it relates to stepping it up is the fact that for many of you, you're not taking the actions that are going to get you to the results. You're not taking the actions that are going to get you to your results. You're taking the actions to get ready to take action, but you're not actually taking the action. So for many of you, if you start actually taking the action, that's when you'll start to see results instead of getting ready. So there are so many of you, like for instance, starting to sell your services in your business. If you're just getting ready to sell them, you're not going to be able to have results. If you're just getting ready, like you feel like you want to sell your services, but you got to have your website done, you got to have your Facebook page done, you got to have fancy headshots, you got to get your hair done, you got to lose 10 pounds, you got to get new clothes. Like all of those things are not taking action. They're getting ready to take action, which is the action is selling your services and your products so you can make money before the end of the year. So part of this process of stepping it up is going faster. Like going faster than you've been going, because you've been going slow. If you have not made progress on the goals that you set out with in January 2017, you've been going slow because you've had 8 months. So the solution to going slow is not continuing to go slow or going slower. The solution is to go faster, to do things faster, to make decisions faster, to stop getting ready to take action and actually start, taking action. So there's not much to drain here, but I'm going to drain my meat. Hold on one second. drain my meat. And now I can put in my tomato paste. So how can you go faster as it relates to your goals? Like, where have you been getting ready to take action and not really taking action? So part of getting ready is, continuing to ask people for their advice. When you don't need any more advice, you just need to take action. That's one way that you get ready and nothing's really happening. You can't go faster by asking people what they think. You already know what you should do, and what you need to do is do it and stop asking people what they think. That's what you need to do. I'll just add in some water to my tomato paste here. I'm doing my doctored up spaghetti. Nothing fancy. My boyfriend is the fancy cook of this house. Okay. So, where can you speed it up? So to step it up means to speed it up. So where can you speed up your process, your action-taking process, so you can actually start seeing some results? Where can you speed it up? Where can you step it up? And what I'm seeing happen with a lot of women, especially entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, is that you're taking tiny steps, tiny baby steps, and what you need to be doing is taking giant steps. Like big giant steps. So where have you been taking baby steps when you need to be taking giant steps? So an example of a tiny step would be, okay, setting up your Facebook page. That's an important step, but if you have gone all year without making any progress in your business and that's the step you're going to take, like, a Facebook page is not going to get you clients. Let me say that again. A Facebook page is not going to get you clients. If you actually want to have a successful business and get clients this year, starting a Facebook page is not what you need to do. You need to go and get some clients. And for most of you, I'm going to give you a really big tip. For most of you who are entrepreneurs, you have your first client within your network already. And all you have to do is tell your network about your business and that you're open for business and you're taking on clients, and you will get your first client from your network. But since you haven't told anyone about it, you haven't announced your business, nobody knows. And so you tinkering with your website and setting up your Facebook page and everything is not, it's not going to be the step that's going to get you that client. Those are baby steps. They're not the big steps that you have to take in order to be successful. The rest of this year is about taking giant steps. I love that song, Giant Steps by John Coltrane. Giant steps. Washing my hands. So, stepping it up in your life, in your business, is about stopping with the baby steps and taking giant steps. Because baby steps have not helped you up until now, so you have to be done with the baby steps. It's time to be done with the baby steps and start taking giant steps. The steps that are really going to get you to where you want to be. And most of you know what you need to do. So here's what I do. I mix up the traditional with the tomato basil. That's my secret to spaghetti. I don't make my own sauce. My boyfriend is a fancy cook. He makes his own sauce. I do not. I'm cooking tonight, so begets doctored up jar sauce. All right. So, what are the big steps that you can take to actually get what you want? If you've been wanting to get a new job, then what's the big step that you need to take instead of the tiny step? Like, complaining about your job is not a step, by the way. You have to take some action. So what's that action that needs to be taken? Not that I'm getting ready, like I'm redoing my resume, I want to update my LinkedIn profile. All those things are good to do, but what's the big step? Actually applying for a new job so that maybe you can have a new job by the time the new year begins. This process is better to start now than waiting until January rolls around. Remember, your goals can happen faster than you think they can. So again, having the mindset and the mantra that I can achieve my goals faster than I thought possible will help you to know that these giant steps that you're taking can result in getting exactly what you want before the end of the year. Most of my clients experience that. When we actually sit down and I help them take action, they realize that, oh my gosh, this was closer than I thought. Even a lot of my clients, they come to me for business, but they end up having results in the rest of their lives as well. So a lot of my women, they come to me for business and they also want to find love again. So they end up, wanting to increase their romance in their lives. And so I give them assignments. I say, look, here's what you're going to do for your business, but what are you going to do for your love life? And they forget or don't realize that they're two sides of the same coin. Why should you only let yourself be successful in your business or career and not successful in love? And so what happens is they end up taking action in both areas, and I've had clients, they have dates within a few weeks, and they're like, I didn't know these men were out there. And the truth is, you don't know until you take action. You don't know what's out there. You don't know what men are out there. You don't know what jobs are out there. You don't know what clients are out there until you start to take the action. Stop getting ready to take action and actually start taking action. You cannot end the year strong by doing the same stuff that you've been doing the whole year. If that's not been working, then you need to stop and try something else. So many of us are afraid of our own success, and that is why we get ready to take action instead of actually doing it, because there's this fear of success that if we actually get what we wanted, what would life be like? What if I actually got clients in my business? I would have money, and then maybe people would think that I've changed. Maybe people will start asking me for a loan or something. Like maybe people would expect more of me, and maybe I'm not able to meet their expectations. All kinds of things come up around fear of success. What if you met somebody to be in your life, a new love? What if you did meet that person and you guys hit it off? But then what if he lied or he cheats or all those things? So there's the thing that you want, and then the thing that you're afraid of when you get what you want. And so what we have to do is just understand that no matter what comes your way, no matter what happens in your life, you are strong enough to handle it. Whether it's good or bad, you're strong enough to handle it all. And that's what life is about. It's about experiencing it all. So when I say it's time to step it up, it's not because I want you to feel bad about yourself or, be comparing yourself to where other people are, but I want you to live your best life. I want you to create your ideal life and live it instead of constantly getting ready to live it or constantly dreaming about it, constantly thinking about it, constantly talking about it. And none of us are getting any younger. This year I'm turning 35. And I can't believe it. It doesn't feel like I'm going to be 35. It was just yesterday that I was 30. So time goes by really fast. And if you want to finish this year with strength and power and pride in what you've accomplished, then you have to step it up. It's time for you to step it up. I'm gonna step up my tomato sauce, my spaghetti sauce, with some herbes de Provence. And this is, what is this? This has lavender. Oh, my water's boiling for my noodles. So what is this? This has savory, thyme, rosemary, basil, tarragon, and lavender. I just like the lavender in it, so I like to put it in my spaghetti sauce. This is how I doctor it up. Some herbs with lavender and a little oregano. I love oregano. I'll put some more in there. And let's put some more of the lavender. I just love the taste of lavender in my spaghetti sauce. You should try it if you haven't tried it before. So, that's the message of today's live stream is if you want to end the year strong, you have to step it up. And to step it up, you have to recommit to the goals that you had at the beginning of the year. And it doesn't matter if you have procrastinated, if you've been going slower than you thought you should go, or you got sidetracked, you had a setback. It doesn't matter. What matters is that right now, today, going into September, you are recommitting yourself to that goal or those goals. And you know that you can achieve that goal or those goals faster than you thought possible. And that's what's necessary. That's what you have to do if you want to end this year in a really powerful way. So it's time to step it up. It's time to take action. It's time to take giant steps instead of tiny steps, tiny baby steps. And if you can do that, it will be January 2018, and you're going to look back at the year and you're going to be astonished at how much you have accomplished. When I look back at my year, every year, I'm like, I cannot believe I did all that. I cannot believe I accomplished all that. And that's the same thing that I want for you. But we only have 4 months left in the year, which means you have to step it up. And it doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be, there's no drama. It's just about you recommitting, believing in yourself, and taking inspired action. Not baby steps, not tiny steps, but giant steps, because baby steps got you where you are now. Getting ready to get ready got you to where you are now, which is not satisfied with your results. So it is time for you to take that next step, to step it up, do more, communicate more, show up more, put yourself out there more, whether it's for your business or for a new job. Put yourself out there for romance so that someone can find you. You can't find love by sitting in your house and waiting for a man to come knock on your door and say, hello, I am here to sweep you off your feet. It just doesn't work that way. So if you have not been taking those actions, it's time for you to do that. You have plenty of time, but if you let yourself go another month with procrastination, your year may end up looking just like the year before, and that is not what I want for you. So with that, ladies, I'm going to continue cooking my spaghetti. I'm getting ready for my trip to Morocco tomorrow, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. It's time to step it up. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.